Okay, the spiritual meaning of Baca. The spiritual meaning of Baca is a place of weeping, a place of suffering, a place of lamentation and tears and sorrow. That's the spiritual meaning, and that's what we're going to look at right now. When we read about the account of Job, we find that he went to the city dump and scraped his boils with broken pottery. That's in Job 2:8. And he did it among the ashes. And he said, "My eyes pours out tears unto God." And you might be right there in Killeen, Texas, right there on Fort Hood, and you're hurting. You're hurting. You have sorrow. You have pain. You have suffering. And you're in a place of tears and weeping. You're in your valley of Baca. That's where you're at. You're in your valley of Baca. And I want to encourage you today to dig deep and make your springs God's springs. Read His Word. Pray. Seek His face. Have fellowship with Him. And allow Him to satisfy and meet your needs. And He will. Hallelujah. He will. Blessed is that man. He said, God's not a liar. Blessed is that man. All right? Blessed is that man. And a lot of times we think, but nobody understands. Nobody understands about the part of the garbage dump that I'm in. And sometimes we think we're the only ones going through that portion of that garbage dump. Maybe you have a child that was born disabled. Okay? And you feel like, this is what the world handed to you. A bad hand, so to speak. I don't know how you feel about it. Maybe you were born with a disease that you're suffering with. Okay? Maybe you're in an area where your husband left you, or your wife left you, or your children don't want to have nothing to do with you. And it's causing tears and sorrow and weeping in your life. Maybe that's where you're at. I'm here to encourage you today. You cannot just allow that to happen. You're going to have to make it a well. To make it a well. All right. And in the next segment, I'm going to give you I'm going to tell you about Willa McNutt. Willa McNutt, somebody that I knew as a teenager after I got saved, and how her life touched my heart. And even to this day, some 40 some odd years later, she comes to mind. I'm going to share that in just a minute.